Hey guys, and a warm welcome to the 2024 Singapore Airshow Media Preview Day. It's sort of a heads up on what to expect for the upcoming show. Looking forward to this one. Let's go see what it's like. Let's do this. Now we'll head over to check out the aircrafts before everyone else gets to. Probably the largest aircraft at this year's show in the static area is this beautiful Starlux A330-900. Now I have flown Starlux in premium economy on their A350 and do click somewhere up there in the top right hand corner to check out the flight review. Really hope to fly with them on their A330neo someday. It's such a good looking aircraft. So right behind me is the Rolls-Royce Trent 7000 engine powering the A330neo. Each one produces 72,000 pounds of thrust and it burns 10% less fuel than the A330ceo. Combined with the new sharklets, it burns 12% less per trip, and with the additional seats, 14% less per seat. And behind me is the new Skimitar winglet that increases the wingspan from 60.75 meters to now 64 meters of wingspan. China definitely has a very strong presence at this year's Singapore Airshow. So there's a pair of ARJs and a C919 in the background. This is the first time the C919 has made its debut outside of China, and it's a beautiful looking aircraft. So behind me is the ARJ21. This is the first Chinese homegrown jet under the Comac Corporation, and it looks like a regional jet. ARJ actually stands for Advanced Regional Jet. Pretty cool aircraft, and definitely great to see it at the Singapore Airshow. This particular version of this ARJ, I think, has been converted into a freighter. Oh yes, ARJ converted freighter. This is definitely the biggest star of this year's Singapore Airshow, the first time the C919 makes its debut outside of China. It's a beautiful looking thing, and it's my first time looking at the C919 as well. So Embraer has a very strong presence at the 2024 Singapore Airshow. They have a C919, a Phenom 600 private jet, I think. But the star of the fleet is, of course, this E195-E2 Profit Hunter livery. And it's a re-engined version of one of the world's most popular regional jets. So we're now on the cabin of the Embraer E195-E2. Very comfortable wide seats for regional jet. And there's no middle seat as well, which is good for economy class travelers. Yeah, it's quite a nice regional jet cabin. Beautiful wing view and the view of the large engines. So the big change obviously is the new Pratt & Whitney PW1900G with a much larger 73-inch fan diameter. This is the first time Embraer has brought the C919 to the Singapore Airshow. Behind me is the A400M High Performance Tactical Airlifter. It carries up to 37 tons of payload, and with that payload it can fly up to 1800 nautical miles. Behind me is the Gulfstream G700, and this is the first time it's debuting at the Singapore Airshow 2024. So behind me we have the Dassault Falcon 6X. It has the widest cabin in its class of 2.58 meters and a top speed of Mach 0.9. Right now we are at the upper deck area and we are going to be seeing the flying displays for the very first time. This is the first time the C919 and ARJ21 will be flying, so definitely looking forward to that. And let's jump straight into it. Let's do this.
Wider cabin combined with a 1.2-ton structural weight reduction and a 3-ton increase in maximum take-off weight, which is the NTOW, capability for extra payload range flexibility for the A350. Improving the flexibility of the A350 family, the A350-1000 features a high level of commonality compared to the A350-900, with 95% common systems part numbers and same type rating. In 2022, the A350-1000 was selected by Qantas for a SquadX Sunrise, which will be specially Melbourne with destinations such as London and New York non-stop for the first time ever. And this demo flight is performed with 36% blended sustainable aviation fuel, that's SAF, provided by Shell. And the A350, like all the airliners which Airbus produces, is already certified to use 50% SAF blend. And Airbus's goal is to achieve certification of 100% SAF by 2030 for commercial aircraft and for helicopters. The C919 aircraft accommodates 158 to 192 passengers with a range of 4,075 and 5,555 kilometers, meeting different operational requirements of airlines. Its maximum operational altitude is 39,800 feet. Design maximum takeoff and landing altitude at 15,000 feet. And the C919 aircraft can support instrument flight rules, visual flight rules, operations during day and night, operations in icing conditions, RSSM and RNF requirements. And the design of the PED, the personal electronic device supporting the edge of the table, allows passengers to enjoy onboard news without restricting their ability to watch shows or movies.
So while Boeing do not have any physical aircraft here, they still have a rather big booth with the 777X cabin mock-up. Sadly though, as you can see, it's not quite ready. In fact, most booths are not ready, so if you want to check out other booths, including Comac and Airbus, when they are ready, you're going to have to stay tuned for my overview of the Singapore Airshow 2024 video. Another update is the new overhead bins. The new overhead bins are now 16% larger than the 300ER. They've reduced the spring loading forces so it's easier to close, and the new shape that curves away from you gives the overall cabin a much more spacious feel. And so that's all for the Singapore Airshow 2024 preview day. As you can see, not a lot of stuff is set up. Do stay tuned for the full video, for the overview of the Singapore Airshow 2024 for more exciting content, including what you didn't get to see today. And to meet then, one team, one aviation, one sky. Cheers!